Good afternoon, everybody. This is Super Cadacious B, bringing you back Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. So in this episode, what we're going to go over today is the formation menu. And this is the menu that will pretty much be spending the majority of your non-combat related time. Alright, so let's go over what we see here first. These are all your units that you have in your party, including guys under your control, as well as guest characters. You can have up to 16 guys in your team, and they're all numbered. As you can see here, Deleted is number 17 because he's a guest character. He's not counted in that whole unit limit. So what we have up here, that HP, MP, CT, level experience, and then Brave Faith. Those are little parameters that you can see you can have your guys display as. For instance, here's the number of MP they have. Charge time, I don't know why they show this since it's not really implemented until a battle starts. Meh. Levels and experience, and how much Brave and Faith they have. Alright, so let's go ahead and start out what we have here. Alright, so let's go over what each of these are. This is obviously your HP, the amount of damage you can take before you collapse. MP, you need that to cast spells. Charge time is determined by your speed, and this, once it fills up, you get an active turn, and that determines how quickly you can go. Level, experience, it takes 100 experience to gain to the next level. Your name, your job, your astrological sign, Brave, and Faith. And that's what we have up there. Alright, so move. As I've gone over before, your move is how many horizontal squares you can go. Jump is how many vertical squares you can go. Speed, the higher your speed, the faster your charge time goes up, and the quicker you can take your turn. It also affects when you have abilities that require to be charged, and magic that also needs to be charged. So speed has an effect on those as well. Alright, so weapon power. Weapon power determines your attack power in your right hand and in your left hand, as you see the R and the L. So since I have a broadsword in my right hand, I have an attack power of 4. That 5% right there, that is the evasion that you have with your sword if you had a certain ability. I think it's called Weapon Guard, and I believe that the Knight job learns it. So if you had a weapon in your left hand, the weapon power would be there as well. Right here, your attack power. This is your attack power of your weapon, as well as your job. So Ramza, being a squire, has a attack power of 5 with his broadsword that gives him an attack power of 4. This CEV, that's your class evasion. So Ramza has a 10% to evade attacks just for being Ramza. Your SEV is your shield evasion. Since he doesn't have a shield, he doesn't have any of that. And your AEV is your accessory evasion. Since he has no shields nor accessories, gets no evasion. And all of this is for physical attacks, as illustrated by the little sword right there. Below it is the same thing, just with magical damage. So Ramza has a attack power of 5 for magic, a evasion of 0 because he's not a magical class, so he doesn't evade magic, he has no shield, and no accessories. Alright, so over here is his equipment. You get, of course, 2 hands, a head, a body, and I guess an accessory. So you can equip a weapon in either your right or your left hand. If you have other weapons such as guns or spears or anything like that, they'll take both hands. There is a job that the ninja, a ability that the ninja job learns, called Two Swords, that you can equip a sword in either hand. That's something we'll probably be shooting for kind of later in the game. Alright, so your head and body provides bonuses to HP. And your accessory can provide different things. The battle boots gives you a +1 move. So those are pretty useful, and I'll be planning on buying those for all my guys once they become available in the shops. Alright, so right here is your abilities. You have you can set 5 abilities. You have your primary job ability and a secondary job ability. So each job has one ability that's that job's ability. Ramza Squire, primary ability is Guts, so it'll always be set if your job is Squire. Your secondary ability are any of the abilities that you have for any of the other jobs you have unlocked. This arrow is a reaction ability, which will trigger when you get hit. This is a passive ability that's always active, and this is a movement-based ability. So let's go ahead and check this out here. So we have our items, and this will allow us to equip new items. So for instance, let's say we want to equip this mithril knife. And as you can see, if we equip it in our left hand, we'll get a +4 attack power to our weapon, and a +5 evasive percentage if we were to guard with it. And since we can only have one weapon at a time, it'll take away from our right-handed broadsword, which will lower our weapon evasion in that hand. So pretty much if we equip this mithril knife, it'll be the exact same thing, there won't be any change. The leather hat, and so you can right here, sturdy leather hat. And if you want to pull up these help menus, just hit select. So this hat will give you plus HP, 8 HP. And the jobs that can equip it are labeled here. We have Squire, Chemist, Knight, Archer, Monk, Priest, Wizard, Time Mage, Summoner. I don't know what that TH is right now. I think the ME is Mediator, Oracle, Geomancer, Lancer. I don't know what the SM is. Ninja, Calculator, Bard, and Dancer. You know, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19. So there are 19 jobs. You know, I got about, what, 17 of those right? I don't know what the SU and the SM, one of them might be Summoner, the other one might be something else. Anyway, so those jobs that in bold are the jobs that can equip it. As you can see, there are many jobs. Let's see, clothes. Clothes also give you a plus HP bonus. And like I said, this accessory, they just do miscellaneous things. This one, for instance, gives you a +1. Alright, so you can equip here, and you can choose which one to equip. Since it's very early in the game, we don't have a lot of equipment to choose from. Best, what we'll do is it'll take out of all your equipment that's available to be equipped, it'll find the best combination, and it'll equip it to you. What the game thinks is the best and what you think is the best could be different, though, so don't always trust it if you want to go for something different. Remove, of course, removes the affected equipment. The list will give you a list of all the equipment you have. For instance, I have 4 broadswords, and they're all equipped. I have 1 mithril knife, and that's not being equipped, and I have 4 daggers, and they're all equipped. So you can search for all of these, and they'll have, as you can see in the lower right, they'll have their stats there. For instance, these are labeled 2 swords, for example, 2 swords, both hands. HP, it gives you plus 8 HP, plus 5 HP. Battle boots don't, I think the accessories probably won't tell you. Oh wait, there it is. As you can see on the top, move +1. So the list is really good for determining, or getting a quick glance at what everything does. And these are just your consumables. They give you a lot at the beginning of the game. Alright, so that's about it for items. Now let's go to abilities. Now, here's where you can set all the abilities that you have. For example, let's go ahead and set Ramza's secondary ability. Now, because of Ramza's job level, which I'll go to that in just a moment, he has the abilities of the Chemist, the Knight, and the Archer. So we're just going to go and again give him the Archer ability, Charge. Alright, since that's the only abilities I know right now, we're going to have to learn some new ones. And as you can see, these are all the jobs that Ramza has access to. And let's see, so he has a Squire, Chemist, Knight, and Archer. Now he's a level 2 Squire, level 1 Chemist, and so on and so forth. That total right there is the total amount of job points that you got as that job. And you get job points for doing pretty much... There are a few things you can do to get job points. One, you get job points every time you perform any sort of beneficial action in combat. Whether it be damaging someone, healing someone, getting rid of a status effect, placing a status effect, anything that helps your team, that proves beneficial to your guys, you'll get job points for. As an example of what that doesn't mean is that, say if someone has full HP, and you go ahead and heal them, you're not going to get any job points because nothing changed. So I guess it doesn't have to be beneficial because you can attack your own guys to get job points. It just has to have some sort of change. That next is the amount of job points, total job points you need in order to get to the next level. And you have to level up your jobs in order to unlock new jobs. For example, by getting a level 2 Squire, I unlocked the Knight and Archer jobs. Squire and Chemist are the 2 jobs that are unlocked by default. If I became a level 2 Chemist, I would have unlocked the Wizard and Priest jobs. And that JP right there is the amount of JP I have available to spend on abilities. So let's go ahead and spend some. Alright, so these are all abilities, active abilities you can use in combat. Dash, so Stone Heal, Yell, Wish. We've seen all these before. Now, this Counterattack is a reaction ability. What this does is it'll trigger whenever you get hit. and the chance that it has to trigger is based on your brave. The higher the brave, the higher chance that this will trigger. So Ramza has a 70 brave, so there's a 70% chance that once he gets hit, it'll trigger his counter tackle. See, physical attack. Some of them have different counters. One of them might be just HP damage, other one just might be just moving. Now these are passive abilities, abilities that just grant you new abilities. For example, squires can equip axes by themselves. They don't need this equipped axe ability. But if you learn it, you can change your job to something that can equip axes, and then you can equip an axe. Monster skill allows you to teach monsters new abilities once you befriend them. Defend, just as you just stand there and take the hit. Gain JP up is the one we're looking at here. What this does is, of course, it allows you to gain more job points, which leads to more abilities and more jobs unlocked. So we're going to go ahead and learn that. So we spend 200 points. Right now we only have 24 left. So we're pretty much done with Squire. Now we can learn the Chemist. Now for all the items that you can use, you have to have the ability for it. So we're going to go ahead and learn two of the basic ones, Potion and Phoenix Down. Knight, all these abilities are super expensive, so we won't be able to get any of these for a little bit. Pretty much a lot of the Knight's abilities are breaking equipment and debuffing. Alright, so here's that Weapon Guard. It's a reaction ability that allows you to guard with your weapon. And these are so you can equip armors, shield, and swords and not be knights. So you can have your Chemist being like plate mail or something like that if they have that ability. And archers, since we have enough points for charge 2, we're going to go and get that. Alright, so that's pretty much... Alright, let's set that. And there we go. We have set all the abilities that we currently have for Ramza. And we can go through and we can do this with everybody. Be sure not to neglect your guest characters as you acquire them, because they'll gain job points and you can set their abilities as well. And since they're going to be in the battle, you might as well make them useful. So we're going to give Delete an item, so he can use items. He's not a chemist, so he can't throw them, but he can still use them. So we're going to go ahead and learn. Let's see, he doesn't have a lot of job points. But he does have enough for... Let's see. No, he doesn't even have to Phoenix Down. But he has potions, so that's good enough for this early part of the game. And we'll go ahead and give him charge 1 as well. So as you look through all these guys, be sure to set their abilities and learn new abilities as you get better at them. Alright, next thing we want to do, let's go to Ramza here. Let's go to the change job. Alright, so here's all of the jobs that you have unlocked. These ones right here are the ones that Ramza can personally change to, while these ones are ones that another member of your team has unlocked themselves. So if you want to change Ramza's job, all you have to do is go to Knight and hit that, and he'll change to a Knight. Alright, so what this does here as a Knight, let's go to his abilities. As you can see, Battle Skill is his new primary ability because that's the Knight's main ability. So you lose Guts and you gain Battle Skill. You can still use Guts, but you have to set it. So be careful about that. Alright, so let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, so let's go back to the change job. So you have all these jobs, right? And it'll tell you what the prerequisites are if you just hit select. So pretty much, as you unlock new jobs, be sure to set your guys to those jobs and train them up in it, and that'll unlock more jobs. As you saw before when we were on the equipment, there are 19 jobs, and so far we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still got quite a ways to go. Alright, so I think that's about it for formation. Just using that to illustrate the ROM, so I don't want to spend too much time fixing everybody up. As long as you got the basic gist of it. Alright, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go to here to Mandalia Plains, and we're going to go, progress the story and fight the battles there. Pretty much I'm going to do that next episode. When I come back, I'll have gone ahead and gone into the formation menu and fixed up all of my guys. And maybe have gotten rid of some of them. Because, let's face it, you really don't need 8 people in your team. At most, you'll probably have about 5 of your guys, so yeah, I'll see you guys next episode then. This is Super Caduceus Pete, signing out.